Hello and welcome. This is Tracy, and in this video, I'll walk you through how to set up a Hagall server on Google Cloud Platform. If you don't already have a GCP account, please pause this video and create one now at console.cloud.google.com. You can start a free trial for the first 3 months. After you've created your account, start here at the Welcome page. Scroll down to the Products section and click on Create a VM. The first time you do this, it'll ask you to enable Cloud Engine API, which creates and runs virtual machines. Once that's enabled, you should see this Compute Engine page that lists your VM instances. Click on Create Instance and give it a name. Before selecting a region, please visit the PoseMesh dashboard at dashboard.posemesh.org. You can now toggle Show Cloud Saturation and then select GCP to view regions on the map. The red and yellow ones are still unsaturated, so choose one of those. Alternatively, you can click Cloud Saturation up here to view the dashboard, which lists all the regions and their % saturation. We define cloud saturation as 2 servers per region, so those with 0 or 1 servers are shown in red or yellow respectively. Pick one of these to maximize your rewards. I'll go for Oregon since that region has no servers yet. Back in the Google Cloud Console, select the region you chose. E2 is good, and you'll want to choose E2 Micro here since that's the cheapest one and good enough for Hagall. On the right-hand side, it gives you an estimated monthly cost after your free trial ends. All these default settings are fine, so just scroll down to Firewall. Make sure to allow both HTTP and HTTPS traffic since Hagall will need both of these ports to be open. Now we can go ahead and create the VM. After the status turns green, copy the external IP address of the VM and set up the domain. If you have your own domain already, feel free to use that and just create an A record in your DNS settings for a subdomain that points to the external IP address you just copied. If you don't have your own domain, you can get a free one from freedns.afraid.org. You do have to create an account, so it's an extra step compared to DuckDNS, which we used in previous tutorials, but we were seeing a lot of performance issues with DuckDNS, so that's no longer recommended. Once you've created an account here, go over to Subdomains and add a new one. There are several domains to choose from here, and many more in the registry. I'll pick moo.com for this one. Name the subdomain. Paste the VM's external IP address in the destination field. Complete the CAPTCHA, and click Save. Here's the whole endpoint URL, hagall.moo.com. Now let's go back to the Google Cloud Console and click SSH here. You'll have to authorize Google Cloud Shell first, then you'll be connected to the VM. Once you're in, the first thing to do is to update the package lists on your VM. All of these commands will be in the YouTube description below, so you can just copy and paste them. After the updates are complete, install Docker. Now install docker-compose. Now let's add our user account to the Docker group so we have permission to run Docker commands without using the sudo command. Your user account is the username before the @ symbol, likely your name. Note that after these permissions are changed, we have to log out and then log back in again for them to take effect. Type exit to log out, and then reconnect by clicking on SSH again. Before we do anything else, let's verify that Docker and docker-compose are both installed. Both look good, so next we'll copy this curl command to download the Hagall docker-compose file. Again, it'll be in the description below for you to copy. Now we have to create a new wallet in MetaMask. If you don't already have MetaMask, please go to the Hagall upgrade guide linked in the description for instructions on how to install it and create a wallet. Since I already have it installed, I'll just create a new wallet now, name it, go to Account Details, and get the private key. Make sure you don't share this private key with anyone since they can use it to access your wallet. Once you've copied the private key, go back to the VM and create a hagall-private.key file. Paste in the key and then save by pressing Ctrl-O, Enter, and then Ctrl-X to exit. Next, let's edit the docker-compose.yml file. Scroll down and replace the example URL with your domain for virtual host, Let's Encrypt Host, and Hagall Public Endpoint. Be sure to keep the HTTPS prefix on this last one. Once you're done editing the file, save it just like you did with the private key file. Now run the command docker-compose up-d. Assuming you did everything correctly, you should be all set now. To verify, we can check the logs. We'll do this with the command docker logs-f hagall. You'll probably see a couple of error messages in the beginning, but give it a minute or so and then you should see Hagall is successfully registered to HDS and 0x smoke messages, which are the health checks. That's it for the server setup. For the staking part, go back to the PoseMesh dashboard and click Staking. At the time of recording, staking isn't enforced, which is why it's possible to spin up a new server before staking, but your server will only start earning rewards after you've staked. Currently, Aukey OG is the staking token, but after the official Aukey token is launched, that will be the one required for staking. For a quick rundown of how to stake, see this video in the top right corner. If you need help with anything we covered today, please join us on Discord and we'll try to help you out in the Hagall chat channel. There will be a link to Discord in the description. Even if everything went well, please join our Aukey PoseMesh community anyway to keep up with the latest updates. That wraps up this tutorial, and thank you so much for participating in the PoseMesh.